Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. If you're new here, I'm Linda, and this is a video kind of explaining what has been going on. I've mentioned it in a lot of videos, and a lot of you are curious about the renovation. So the renovation started upstairs when we moved everything. We had to have a space up there before we even moved in that was livable, that we would have a master bedroom, a master bath, and a little bit of a retreat, which we do. And at some point I might take you up there and show you what we did. It's a huge space. It literally is the same space as what's down here, is the exact same duplicate floor, not the way it's laid out, but square footage upstairs as well as down in the basement. So all total, upstairs, downstairs, and basement is about 3,500 square feet. So this portion though down here was chopped up into bits and pieces, and none of it made sense. The bathroom that was here, actually right where I'm standing, there was a bathroom. It was way bigger than it needed to be. It was a lot of wasted space, and we don't need a shower down here, where there's no bedroom down here. You know what I'm saying? So we decided to take that out, put a powder room in, and that we aren't finished with that. So when I do the big reveal, I'll show you, but it's gonna be a while because we still have a lot of work to do on the kitchen. So next you're gonna see where the kitchen was before they delivered the cabinets. And then, and Bob's trying to sneak himself a treat. He knows where they're at. Anyway, he can't open the cabinet, so I'm not worried. But now the weekend has passed, and my husband worked so very hard to get the bottom cabinets in place to be ready for template, because we're putting quartz countertops on, and they have to come out and do a template and then go back and fabricate. So they actually just left. They did the template today, and I'm super excited because literally I emailed and said, hey, we're ready. And she said, okay, he's ready. He can come out today. He's got another install to do. So he did. He came out, he did the template, and we will be, they're hoping to get the tops set on there in, before the holiday, maybe. We won't be, the kitchen will not be up and running before the holiday. We will have to hook up the dishwasher, make sure the sink and faucet's hooked up correctly. We have to plumb a pot filler on over the stove. We also have to plumb for propane. So there's still a lot to be done, and then put all the knobs and drawer pulls on. I'm overwhelmed and excited, and I'm going to turn the camera around and give you, okay, I'm going to give you the tour, and then you're going to see at the very end where we're at so far. So it's a huge channel update. It's explaining why my videos haven't been as consistent as they could be, because if we were tearing out walls, it's a little noisy and dusty, and we were doing sheetrock and painting, and oh my gosh, it's been a lot. And so literally sometimes I would have to say, can you take a 10-minute break so I can do first clip? Can you take another break? And that's how it's been for the last couple of months. But you guys have been so good to me, and I appreciate you so very much. And the ones that have been patiently waiting and asking about the renovation, here's a sneak peek. So, and then anything I might have missed, I'll kind of tell you in this next clip. So, okay, that's what we're doing. Well, at the end, I'll fill you in at the end what I might have missed the other morning. Okay, here we go. So this is what we're dealing with. This has been amazing because we're transforming this into our dream kitchen and dining area. So for a hot minute, videos will be a little bit different So that's all the stuff that was in the cabinets, the old cabinets, sink, all that. Just got taken out yesterday. The new cabinets are in the garage. They got delivered. So this is what we're looking at right now. I've got a sink in the laundry room and a microwave, a coffee pot, all that stuff. And I can cook over here. I'm super excited. It's going to be awesome. We're going to paint in here in a minute. Well, my husband is. And get it ready. There'll be a bigger window there. And the layout will be the same as the other layout, except that we've expanded and we'll have it all open concept. And let me spin you around. Try not to make you dizzy. In there is the new powder room. It's just a sink and potty. And then right there is where the little bake center will be. And there'll be cabinets on the bottom and shelving on the top. And then, of course, this is going to be the dining room. And we've got a nice new big window to look out. And it's going to be wonderful. I'll take you in the living room for a quick second. Okay, so the living room, as far as the painting is done, it's kind of, lighting is kind of a little bit hard to see. We will have some extra work here, though. We've moved a couple of things in just to make room in the garage for the cabinets, but this wall will be where the TV goes, and it will be it'll be done in shiplap, so will the stairways going down and going up. So new windows here. There was a huge window. I think it was like 9 or 10 feet. It was huge, but it was all single pane. And then we did a new window here because it had 3 long, tall, to the floor, but real tall, skinny windows. So soon we'll get this all dialed in. For now, it's just we've got some place to sit and relax if we need to, or if we have a minute. But as you can see, we're pretty busy. And this is the rest of the flooring. This will all be throughout the house. Okay, I'll be back in the kitchen. Okay, so I did want to show you this. This is the pantry. It kind of goes right. We built that out, and then I had said I wanted a little bake center, and so this is what my husband came up with. It's awesome. So I'll be able to have my the countertop will be in there. I'll be able to have my mixers or whatever I want, the microwave, countertop microwave, which we're trying to figure out how to work. So all these are gonna go away and go to their new home. There's my new dining room light, and there's the little light that goes in the bake center. I'll also have a lamp in there for more lighting, and maybe even some can lighting. We haven't decided yet. So that's the construction zone. So if more space in between videos, or I'm in a different spot, that is why. Okay, as you can see, okay, so this is the back of the island. The island is 7 by 4 feet, and these are cabinets like uppers, so they're 1 feet deep. Those are for storage for like holiday dishes, that kind of thing. And it will have a 1 foot overhang on this side for seating with the quartz. And then we come around to here, and so it's the same exact layout. The stove will be here. That's a drawer base, and we're gonna do a custom hood. So, and then of course a pot filler on that stove or on that wall. Let's see, we've got a Lazy Susan. All the bottoms, except for the sink base and the Lazy Susans, are drawer bases. And except for this one, this is a sheet pan drawer or cabinet to put my sheet pans in. And then, oh my gosh, I mean, I feel like we're still living in a construction zone, but look at all the progress. My husband worked so hard to get this done. This is a pantry cabinet, but I thought how wonderful to have these to pull out and have pots and pans just at your fingertips. That's why I like the drawer bases so much. I had them in the last house. And then of course the top one is just shelves. And over here, I don't think I mentioned in here, this little bake center. It's actually, you'd be surprised. These drawers, he didn't have a chance to put them in last night. So it's all good. He's going to do that when he gets home. The inside of this will all be shiplap as well, white shiplap. So I've got plenty of plug-ins, but I'm going to have a lamp over here, and I'll have my Bosch mixer, and you know, and the counter microwave, and all my baking things, my utensils, my flours, all that stuff I will have in these drawers and in this Lazy Susan, which I'm really excited about having the Lazy Susans. I mean, I've had them, but this one, I think we're going to have plenty of space, believe it or not. And then here is the pantry area. So he's going to build shelves and put a light in there, and that will have a shaker door on it. And so will, let's see, well, we've got the doors for some of it. This one, he needs to put the door on, but it's just a 2-panel shaker. That's for the small coat closet we added. There was no coat closet or anything like that. So that's kind of the view. And I will have a shaker barn door there and another shaker door there, which eventually that's the next step of the remodel. Once we're done in here, we'll be moving to the garage, which we will be raising the floor and turning that into a master bedroom and bathroom. So lots of exciting stuff going on. I'm telling you, it's very exciting, but a lot of work. So guys, I hope it explains maybe the inconsistency, and you know, a lot of the views have been, sometimes I had to put the camera where you couldn't see what was going on necessarily, and I just, it's been a little bit of a journey, but we're getting there. And it's been really fun to work with my husband on this, because we haven't had one bit of squabble about anything. We really have the same kind of mindset. He doesn't, I picked everything out. He doesn't pick out colors or style or any of that. And then I just tell him what I want. And if I say, okay, can I get it? Can we do this to make this happen? He's like, absolutely. So I'm pretty blessed. Oh, Bob says, me too. Anyway, I do hope it inspires you to stay with me. And for all of you that have supported me all these years and that really do come on to see good things and happy recipes and canning sessions and all those things that really is my passion, I appreciate you, and I just want to say thank you. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to get to cleaning. I've got to do dishes by hand. No. All right, anyways, I'm going to go do some dishes and get busy on the next video. All right. Bye. Thank you guys for indulging me, and I hope you'll subscribe and come back and watch all the videos I create in this beautiful new kitchen.